The entire statement is full of memories, whether of good or bad times. Of course, Julia Roberts' statement was highly anticipated by fans of both her and those who were once her partner. Julia Roberts and Matthew Perry had a romance in the 1990s, after the actress participated in an episode of Friends. Julia Roberts spoke publicly about the death of her ex-boyfriend, actor Matthew Perry, victim of a drowning in circumstances that have not yet been clarified in October. The two had a brief romance in the 1990s after the star appeared in an episode of the sitcom Friends. Julia mourned Matthew's death in an interview with the program Entertainment Tonight. The sudden passing of someone so young is heartbreaking. I think, it just helps all of us appreciate what we have and move forward in a positive way as best we can, she reflected. Julia remembers her participation in Friends very positively. She was the star of a special episode aired in 1996. They were all so welcoming to me as kind of a one-off character, and it was a really fun time, the star said. Matthew Perry and Julia Roberts' relationship. Matthew says in his autobiography that he started flirting with Julia when she was still considering an invitation to participate in Friends. Their story begins with bouquets of flowers. As the author reports in his book, where he says, "I sent her 3 dozen red roses, and the card said, 'The only thing more exciting than the prospect of you doing the show is that I finally have an excuse to send you flowers,'" says Matthew, who reports in the same book who would like to be remembered beyond the character Chandler Bing. The relationship lasted about 3 months. Matthew, who dealt with issues related to mental health and chemical dependency throughout his life, ended his relationship with the actress and many others because he thought he would be released sooner or later. "Dating Julia Roberts was too much for me. I was always sure she would break up with me. Why wouldn't she? I wasn't enough. I could never be enough. I was broken, bent, unlovable. So instead of facing the inevitable agony of losing her, I ended up with the beautiful and brilliant Julia Roberts," says the actor. In addition to the problem with alcohol, depression was also a heavy factor that Matthew was unable to cope with. His strength was consumed by discouragement and the lack of perspective of being able to see a light for a new beginning.